International Conference on Alzheimer's Disease Drug Discovery. We held here in New York City, October 6th and 7th, 2008, where we're going to be discussing Alzheimer's disease, drug discovery, a significant individual and societal problem. As many of you know, Alzheimer's disease alone costs the United States over $100 billion annually, making it the third most costly disease after heart disease and cancer, affecting about 5 million people in the United States and about 25% of people over the age of 75. It's certainly a large unmet medical need, and perhaps one of the future blockbusters in the industry will be a disease-modifying drug for Alzheimer's disease. Currently, there are only 4 drugs on the market, all symptomatic agents, and no disease-modifying treatments. And really, that's what our conference is going to be about, is trying to accelerate the development of disease-modifying treatments for Alzheimer's disease. And I think one of the themes here really is that at this point we can say that we've learned about as much about the pathogenesis of Alzheimer's disease, that we know as much about it as we know about heart disease and cancer, but we have not been able to translate that knowledge into new and effective drugs, but we are on the cusp of doing so. Now, all of us know, in fact, that Alzheimer's disease drug discovery is long and risky, taking about $1.3 billion and about 12 to 15 years to develop a drug. But early-stage programs that promote innovation are not that expensive. Programs such as high-throughput screening of a novel target or lead discovery or lead optimization are relatively smaller dollars, and that is really where innovation comes from that will drive the pipeline, increasing shots on goal, that we eventually will be able to get candidate molecules into clinical trials and moving forward for proof of concept in humans. And that's really where the Alzheimer's Drug Discovery Foundation and many of the attendees and speakers at the conference will be focusing on, is the early stages of drug discovery. And we know that drug discovery is a complex and unique science. And so that while most academic researchers focus on things like biology, target identification, perhaps even some degree of target validation, the issue of chemistry, combinatorial chemistry, and chemoinformatics, high-throughput screening, and developing hits into leads and optimizing those is really a unique science, and one that we hope to focus on at the conference in the context of Alzheimer's disease. And so in this sense, we really do want to build capacity for innovative drug discovery in neurodegenerative disease here in academia and industry. And this is becoming increasingly relevant, but underappreciated and relatively still an underutilized role for academic research and drug discovery, although this is changing. And we know that universities and government and other foundations invest many, many millions, hundreds of millions of dollars in basic research that exposes disease mechanisms and unearths new targets. But still, although this is changing now, not a lot of money has been invested in the modest infrastructure to put these discoveries to the test. And so we do think that academics must stop treating drug discovery as the intellectually inferior domain of the commercial sector and start seeing it as the natural development of university research. And this was certainly written by Ivinson in Science not very long ago. And so we do encourage academic scientists to attend our conference and learn about drug discovery and see what is being done to accelerate drug discovery for early-stage programs in Alzheimer's disease. And similarly, in the biotech industry, we know that early-stage companies have limited resources, but might be pursuing high-risk novel therapeutics that are often created through licensing or technology transfer from universities, pharmaceutical companies, and other sources. And so despite this risk, this very high risk, the pharmaceutical companies are increasingly investing in neurodegenerative disease and seeking new products. And so funding early-stage biotechnology companies and helping them to succeed is another important part of our mission. To date, we've spent about $33 million on over 240 Alzheimer's disease drug discovery programs in academia and in biotechnology companies in 12 countries. We fund worldwide. And we've had tangible outcomes in funding, including millions of compounds screened, novel leads, numerous patents, several licenses, several candidate compounds advanced to clinical development, and the founding of 3 successful biotechs dedicated to Alzheimer's disease, including most recently the success of Comentis, which the Alzheimer's Drug Discovery Foundation, through its affiliate ISOA, founded back in 2002 at $500,000, the company having just moved into phase 2 with a beta secretase inhibitor and completing a $760 million deal with Astellas Pharmaceuticals to accelerate their programs into phase 2 and phase 3. So why attend the conference? Of course, to be part of accelerating the development of innovative treatments for Alzheimer's disease, to learn about new trends, research, and resources in Alzheimer's disease drug discovery, and, of course, to network and open doors to new leads in long-term research and business relationships. And, again, we encourage academic and university scientists as well as industry scientists to attend for these purposes. And we think that business development and licensing professionals and alliance management professionals and VCs and other investors would benefit from attending the conference and seeing over 30 speakers who would all be presenting, each of them, novel and interesting programs in early stage to mid-stage drug discovery for Alzheimer's disease. And so thank you very much. We look forward to seeing you at the Westin in New York on October 6th and 7th.